As long as when I get the links, I think it's good. Then I'll start. That's what I'm here for. Okay, the stream is live. Hello, everybody. I'm Robin0928, and welcome back to another episode of My Little Robin Live. Today, we have the one and only Jasper Pie, otherwise known as Dejostinator, Joey. I say the real Red Ranger, the cool guy who also works at Watch Mojo now. Please welcome Joey to the podcast. You can talk now. Why did I expect anything else? Okay, so, there were movies that came out this week, but we'll get to the movies eventually, because there's a movie that we're going to talk about a lot. A lot of movies, actually. But,
I have not seen any of these movies.
You probably heard about some of them.
I might have.
Ghostbusters is one of them that we're going to be talking about this week.
Well, if I may, I mostly write. I am a writer. I write fanfics, I write videos, I write scripts for Watch Mojo. I also do occasional voice acting.
You did...
Does that try hard?
stuff, so that's why if you ever see Watch Mojo videos on my feed, it's because Joey writes them, and Joey is super cool, and he just recently, that video makes more money than maybe Joey does. I don't know. Probably not. We could have a whole stream just their losing his mind. I've got orange soda. This is going to be a wonderful stream. It's 3 minutes in and we're already losing our minds.
You're kinda assuming I haven't already lost my mind. Or I had a mind to begin with.
To quote Ellie, you have to have something to lose it. Also, by the way, I'm not wearing the Robin0928 shirt because I wanted to wear this. It's from Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses. I plug those guys a lot because the show was so much fun. I went to that earlier in the year. It was an amazing show. So, if you ever have the opportunity, go check this out. The symphony is amazing. So, that's why I'm wearing this shirt. I don't know, I was wearing it earlier today and I didn't want to take it off. And you might have seen a poster in a couple episodes. I tried to show it off. Run. It is a comedy, drama, family sport film. The description reads, with 12 ragtag teammates set out to play what should be a meaningless summer intramural baseball game. It ends up becoming the most important game of their lives. I don't recognize the director, Joseph Malazzo. I don't know this person. But it looks actually kind of interesting. I might, if I actually have the opportunity, I might check it out. The one I actually wanted to talk about in the indie film run is Phantom Boy, which actually came out last year, but it's running again limited. It is an animated film by the same people who did A Cat in Paris. And the description is, a superpowered boy helps a wheelchair-bound policeman in his attempt to bring down a mob kingpin. So I actually think that looks really interesting. By the way, Joey, if you want to interject, you can have a conversation.
I don't really know how to contribute since, like I said, I have not seen any of these movies yet.
These are all indie films right now. This is the indie film part. There are 2 wide releases this week. None of these are... I don't think I can talk about these. So The Infiltrator. This is a wide release. You can see this right now. A U.S. Customs officer uncovers a money laundering scheme involving a Colombian drug lord. I'm not even going to attempt to say that name because that's I'm burping
Oh
right
boy,
now.
spell it out. Come on, spell it out.
Pablo Escobar. Bryan Cranston's in it, so any Breaking Bad fans that want to see Bryan Cranston in things for more than half the movie... The description reads, you guys know the movie. Following a ghost invasion of Manhattan, paranormal enthusiasts Aaron Gilbert and Abby Yates, nuclear engineer Jillian Holtzman, and subway worker Patty Tolbin band together to stop the otherworldly threat. Directed by Paul Feig, starring Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones. By the way, I have actually never seen... I have never actually seen the names of the characters.
I barely remember the names of the original Ghostbusters. I just call one of them the Bill Murray Ghostbuster.
Peter, Ray, Egon, and Winston. I can actually remember all 4 of them off the top of my head.
Oh, those are the names. I forgot it already.
Or Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Eddie Murphy. Not Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy.
I'm just going to call him the Bill Murray Buster. Buster!
Bill Murray as well. Wow, I completely forgot who plays Winston right now. Somebody's going to point it out to me in a second, and I'm going to feel like an idiot right now. But I remember the 3 main ones that are important. For rebooting the movie and you know, I have a YouTube channel to run, and people, if I say I'm a pirate, then I'm a terrible human being. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't only buy the DVDs and movies of movies that you actually want to support. If you're against something, then just pirate it.
But if you rent it, you don't... I don't think it goes back there. I might pirate. I'm just saying. But, those are the movies coming out this week. A lot of indie films, only two big releases, and one of them is not tracking too well. The new Ghostbusters is not tracking too well, so we probably are not going to see the planned. Actually, no, wait, I think they've already announced that there is a sequel already to the new Ghostbusters movie, but the planned male spin-off and then team-up movie of the two Ghostbusters. Basically, what Sony wants to do is Sony wants to make a cinematic universe out of Ghostbusters.
Oy vey. Okay, maybe this is just me. Not everything needs a cinematic universe.
I think that the few things that I like as a cinematic universe are Marvel and DC. Because they're comic books. There's so many characters, you can't fit them into one movie. Even X-Men. X-Men's debatable if you can actually fit it into a singular universe. Because X-Men is so... There's so many characters in X-Men alone that you could potentially do spin-offs for multiple characters. But even Fox is very... team up movie universe. Like Deadpool is never going to is most likely never going to team up with the X-Men unless if Deadpool just keeps on kicking X-Men's ass at the box office.
Is it wrong that Deadpool's probably the only X-Men movie I actually like?
Not really. I like X-Men. I think that there are some good X-Men movies. X-Men 1 and 2 are pretty good movies in my opinion. X3 and beyond is until X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past. Basically, I like 1, 2, First Class, Days of Future Past. Those are the 4 X-Men movies I like. But,
Still wait, 1 minute. They're rebooting the male Ghostbusters?
No. What they're doing is they have the female-led Ghostbusters. This is this movie. And then they want to do a sequel to the female Ghostbusters, then a male Ghostbusters set in the same universe as the female Ghostbusters, not in the same universe as the original Ghostbusters, and have that movie exist, and then do a crossover, or maybe the sequel to the female-led Ghostbusters and the male-led Ghostbusters is going to be the crossover movie.
I am already prepared to hate this.
If anybody, I'm gonna assume everybody doesn't mind spoilers because it's Ghostbusters 2016. Who cares? They have already said what the end credit scene is. Guess who's mentioned in it?
Bill Murray?
Zool. Bill Murray's killed off in 4 minutes. He's a skeptic of the new Ghostbusters and then is killed off unceremoniously.
Oh, that's just mean.
As a fan of Ghostbusters and knowing about the history of Ghostbusters 3, it's actually a little bit funny because Bill Murray was always the holdout for Ghostbusters 3 for so long. Like Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, and Ivan Reitman wanted to go ahead with Ghostbusters 3 forever, but Bill Murray was the reason it never got made. So yeah, it's a little bit see Ghostbusters. I don't care. I respect you for wanting to go see it after everything that's come out about this movie, about friends of the director calling the people who dislike the film Trump supporters, saying we're all man children hiding in our basement, dissing James Rolfe for skipping the movie. Like, if you can stomach that and go see it, good on you. I'm not that trusting. remember in some of my videos. That water tower is a Pokestop now. So, people keep popping up over by my apartment. I tried to film outside recently for another video. I don't know if that video is going to come out because all of the footage that we got was just ruined by cars because people kept on driving by, going to the Pokestop. I have never seen that much traffic down there. Like, it's just funny. By the way, Lightspeed reviews, like Lightspeed Rescue, been on a Power Rangers kick again. I go in phases with Power Rangers, and
I respect the name.
yeah, Power Rangers I go on like really big kicks. I'll start like I'll be
Also,
like, Power Rangers. I like Power Rangers, but I'm not that big into it. And then like for a couple weeks, I'll do nothing but watch Power Rangers, and then I'll go back to being like, I like Power Rangers, but I don't watch it as much as I should. And that's my problem that I have right now, because I just marathoned a bunch of seasons of Power Rangers.
Were they good seasons?
Some of them were good. Some of them were Megaforce.
A pox on you!
Well, Megaforce I marathoned for a reason. You'll find out the reason on Tuesday. To anybody watching the stream on Sunday when it gets uploaded.
A pox on you.
I watched Megaforce for all the things. And then I watched In Space again. Dino Charge, not Super Dino Charge, because Super Dino Charge I don't believe is on Netflix. Dino Thunder, the one with Tommy. I like that season.
And Kira, and Ethan.
Yeah, but Tommy. I mean, are you gonna tell me that what's
Good
going
luck.
on with the stream? Lag, and I don't have the best internet connection, so, and there's about to be a storm right here. Every time, I've noticed this with My Little Robin Live, that, every time I start to stream My Little Robin Live, the podcast goes up, it always starts to storm around here. It's just perfectly timed. I love this mug. By the way,
What kind of mug is it?
it is a custom-made mug that says Robin0928, My Little Robin Reviewing His Magic, or Reviewing His Magic on the bottom, on one side, and it has Director's Cut Robin on the front of it, and this is a custom-made mug, and it's really adorable, and it's special to me. Somebody asked me if it was like, if I was going to start selling mugs like these, and I said no, this was handmade. I'm not going to, I couldn't make something this good. Plus, I would never sell this mug. It's too cute. It's too cool. It's a gift. It's one of the. My sister opened the door, so I'm gonna have to leave for a second. So be entertaining, Joey. Be like entertaining for a second.
Okay, how do I entertain the peoples? Okay, Robin had to go bye-bye, so if anyone has any questions, just toss them my way and I will be sure to try to attempt to answer them.
I also am reading the chat, so that's good. Kage asks, hey Robin, have you ever played the Mass Effect series? I've seen a couple. I've played Mass Effect 2, I believe I played. X-Lover 1. I always have to answer this question if I'm green or yellow. And I'm yellowish. The inside of Robin is yellow, and the outline is far more green than yellow. And the reason it exists, that the whole debate exists, is because I wrote a joke when we did Robin Time 1, and then we brought it back for Robin Time 2, and then literally everything Blissey and I have done as a joke, because we're comedians, kind of. We're entertainers. We make jokes all the time. It was a joke video. DB just asked, do you plan on doing any more Sam and Max comic dubs, Joey?
Yes, I do. Have a couple in the scripting process. Just need to find time to script them out.
So that's good. Oh yeah, Pokemon Go, because I don't have Pokemon Go yet myself, because my phone is too old and it doesn't have the right Android version. But there's a funny story that I wanted to talk about today. Do you know what the Westboro Baptist Church is?
No, I do not!
Have you ever seen those signs that says God hates fags?
No, and I'm kind of glad I don't, because then I would have to kick them down.
Yeah, the Westboro Baptist Church is this Southern Baptist church, and they're basically assholes, and everybody kind of hates them, but they still exist for some reason. And their church, their main facility, is a Pokemon gym. And somebody went to the Westboro Baptist Church's headquarters and took their gym with a Pokemon named Love is Love, because one of their big principles is that they don't like homosexuality. So that sparked a war with the Westboro Baptist Church, trying to keep their church.
Also, I got 2 questions. One from Lightspeed Review. Where did you get your ID for your OC? But then after a while, this handsome little bugger was born.
That it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
And also Kage asks, any RPG games you are into? A couple. I think my favorite RPG games are Kingdom Hearts and Chroma Squad.
I have to admit something really sad. Because everything is there's a because I can't play Pokemon Go. I've had to take up other mobile apps, and I may have been addictively playing Avengers Academy for hours because I don't have Pokemon Go. By the way, everybody who's in the chat who's wondering who Brony Man, Horsey, and all these people who are making troll comments, I know these people. And they are directly just trying to be assholes to me. Because they know I do a podcast.
Also, Mr. Brony Man, the only nasty and rude thing I'm looking at is you.
Ooh, Joey throwing out the shade. There is an option to ban them if you are a moderator, and that is just New Controller 01 and myself. So that's why we are banning them. I believe that they are continuously creating new accounts because we have banned these accounts previously.
That's stupid!
They can create new accounts and come back. There needs to be a block IP address, really, in all honesty. But that's what those guys are, so please do not mention them in the comments. We're perfectly, DB and I are perfectly capable of taking care of them. Just, that's it.
Focus on the cool people.
Yeah. Really weird. Like, because Bryan Cranston, to me, and probably to a lot of people, is a very serious actor. He did Breaking Bad, he's done Godzilla, he's doing a brand new movie that's coming out this weekend that we've already talked about, where it's very much a drama. So having him in Power Rangers felt a little bit kind of...
Okay. Twice!
well, okay, I didn't know about this until I looked it up. I actually had to research it. It was like, oh, wait, okay, he originally got to start on Power Rangers, so he's coming back to the franchise. That's actually really cool.
Where he played a giant snake lizardy a guy dressed as a bunch of mirrors.
Yeah. I mean, Power Rangers likes to reuse actors, and the fact that Bryan Cranston just went on to become huge was pretty irrelevant until he came back to Power Rangers for some people, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Big actor. not what I would expect. So, yeah.
I still long for the day where they bring back Richard Epcar.
I long for the day when we get our good 25th anniversary, hopefully.
I hope.
I mean, we're now in the 23rd or 20. We're now in the 23rd anniversary of Power Rangers this year. Power Rangers have been around for 23 years, so 2 more years we'll see what they do for their. Well, actually, I just figured out something Megaforce did good. It set up the 25th anniversary to actually be on the last season of the next series.
Except, thanks to Nickelodeon's rule, we had to wait 2 years.
Yeah, we had to wait an extra
2 years!
We had to wait an extra year to the actual 20th anniversary, but the 25th anniversary will actually be on the 25th. Like, cause if they split the season into 2 parts, it'll actually wind up, the second part of next series is going to be... Wait, no, is Super Dino Charge still running this year?
Yes, it is currently on the stupid hiatus that is killing me on the inside, but it should be back by the fall.
Okay, so if this season Super Dino Charge ends this year, the next year it starts the second season, and then the year after will be the second season of the next series. So we'll actually get a 25th anniversary season on the 25th anniversary.
Well, let's just wait to see what happens.
As long as they don't have many hiatuses like they have for Dino Charge, then we should be good. Isn't next season's going to trains too?
I have the feeling we're still gonna get those mini hiatuses, and next year it's ninjas.
Oh, I thought it was trains.
Now, next year it's Power Rangers Ninja Steel.
Okay, so Power Rangers went from Samurai, the Nickelodeon era, Samurai, Angels, Pirates, Dinosaurs, Ninjas. We have officially gone through the spectrum of Power Rangers again. Think that what are we missing? Mystic Force? Oh, we're missing Cars. We're missing Cars. It's the only thing we're missing, and we've gone all the way back through Power Rangers. We're missing Cars and Aliens.
Technically, there is RPM. It's post-apocalyptic Cars.
Well, no, we're missing from the Neo Saban era to go through another cycle of the Power Rangers.
If things go well, next time it might be Wild Animals again.
Oh yeah, we need well, no, Angels. I'm gonna count Angels as being kind of our. Well, no, Angels could technically count as the Mystic one. So yeah. Somebody just asked, so would I ever cosplay as Tim Drake's? Power Rangers RPM, great season. Really good season.
Very much so.
Lily Bell, what are we talking about? Power Rangers, really? Kind of this stream is mostly Power Rangers, Pokemon Go, movies. By the way, I just should plug this one. Tuesday, the 3rd anniversary of My Little Robin Reviewing Magic is already finished. So, I'm burping a lot today. I ate way too much for dinner.
Or maybe you shouldn't have drunk all the orange soda.
I've only had like 3 sips so far. I have not had to refill my glass yet.
3 sips is all it takes!
I haven't had to refill the glass, though. The thing is, like, usually during MLR Live, I've filled this glass like 3 times already. But the 3rd anniversary will be up on Tuesday about 3-ish, 3-ish p.m., but it'll be up 9 a.m. for Patreon subscribers, so if you would like to get the anniversary early, just... But 9 a.m. I will make it available for any Patreon donators. So yeah, there you go. If you guys want to watch the episode early, go support the show on Patreon. I usually release everything an hour early for those guys, but for an anniversary I do it a couple extra hours early because those guys are the reason that the anniversary exists. It's been 3 years since I started doing this show.
I also have a Patreon.
He does have a Patreon.
and like literally 3 patrons.
I have 2, but I'm getting 52 a month, so I actually am getting paid pretty well right now. But the anniversary was entirely paid for by Patreon. Literally all the new props, new costumes that I had to buy. I had to buy a lot of stuff this year. I had to print out multiple things. Joey knows what the anniversary contains, and he knows what kind of props I'm talking about. But we're not going to talk about it on the stream because,
You frighten me.
I told you, though. We had a conversation about this earlier.
Yes, but the fact that you're using those, that's what frightens me.
Okay, I did it way better than that series ever tried to. It's more like... Well, I can't say that because
that series still tastes like poison!
We're not going to talk about it. But, all the props I had to buy, all the stuff that I needed to make for the season, or just this episode, was all supported through the Patreon donators, so those guys just absolutely helped make the season even possible, made this episode possible, helped me to pay for a bunch of new costumes and props. So yeah, those guys totally deserve the episode early, and if you want to become one of those awesome people, go support the show on Patreon. Here's my ad for the Patreon page.
Do it.
Hypothetical question, Joey. That thing I had going on Twitter where I said, hashtag get Jen Blake MLR live? Like August, September, so it won't be... I can't really talk about much, but I'm just going to say that if all works out well, October, Jen Blake, MLR Live, with the host of Toon Critic Y2K as well, should be also on that podcast, hopefully, if all works well. That's going to be a fun podcast, and I'm really excited about that. I have a lot of notes about that podcast that I've slowly been working on over the last, 2 weeks.
And that will be... over here looking pretty.
I mean, Joey is always pretty. I mean, have you met Joey? Anybody who went to BronyCon should have met Joey because he's cool. He's a cool dude. He's a Red Ranger. MLP has a lot of Greek mythology in the show, so what do you want to see that is Greek-related in future episodes? Oh, I would say the sirens, but, they already happened in the movie. I would like to see an idea. The idea of sirens was very underutilized, in my opinion, from Rainbow Rocks, so seeing those guys come back and I'm not looking to date anyone right now because, yeah.
But come on, grabs Robin by the face. Look at this face!
Also, I said earlier that the big project that I keep on teasing on these episodes, MLR Live, will definitely be announced during Nightmare Nights in October. Even if it's... But if we do have a panel, it will be revealed at a panel this year. So that project that I keep on saying I'm not allowed to talk about, I can actually say when we're gonna announce it. So, yay! There's been a lot of plugging that I have. Lightspeed reviews. I guess this goes to both of us. Who would you say out of the main 6 you're mostly like? Let's go with Joey.
Well, let's see. Given my bubbly personality and love of fun.
Fluttershy, right?
I detest you. No, but really, I would like to think I am like Pinkie Pie.
You met Andrea Lippman this last weekend.
And I got a picture with her.
I know that's really cool. I should have gotten that one for your image this year for the podcast. But
She is super sweet, though she is more like Fluttershy than Pinkie.
yes. Out of the main, really, it's kind of weird to say, but I most resemble Fluttershy. Actually, outside of my YouTube thing, this is for anybody who kind of knows me in real life. I'm kind of halfway between Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy. Sometimes in real life, but I've been known to run away from people and go get gummy bears during conventions because I didn't want to talk to people.
People are frightening!
No, it's not that I'm really, like, I'm scared of people. It's just that I just need some time. I'd probably say I'm more like Twilight, I guess, in that respect, that I just kind of needed some time to just be like, okay, I'm done with people. I just need to go away, not have anybody know who I am. I literally just put on a jacket over my Robin0928 shirt and walked out the door and just went to go get gummy bears. It was awesome. I enjoyed myself.
For gummy bears.
Yeah, gummy bears are the best. The movie 300 was based on an actual war between Sparta and the Persian Empire. Do you think the story would make an interesting episode focusing on the royal guards? A parody of 300 in MLP.
No, they can't have an episode like that. It is madness!
It'd be funny, though.
See, this is the part where you're supposed to say, madness? This is Equestria! and then you shove me down a hole, and then I'm going to.
Too much pink energy is dangerous.
Ha! I understood that reference.
Ha, yeah. We're gonna just make a bunch of Power Rangers references throughout the podcast. To both Robin and Joey, who is your favorite Robin from Batman?
Probably Dick Grayson.
Tim Drake. Though Dick Grayson is a very close second for me. It's Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne, Cassandra Cain.
Anyone that's not Jason Todd.
Yeah, basically everybody but Jason Todd. And I do like Jason's story. I just don't like Jason.
Okay, Jason's story was alright. It's just that he makes a better anti-hero than an actual hero.
He was a terrible Robin. He's a good Red Hood. Nobody else could do it but him. He's a terrible Robin. Okay, I have a personal question. I recently started a series on YouTube on DA because I'm not looking to be on the radar of YouTube Daleks. Can I link to start here and get an idea of what you think about it? Message me on DeviantArt and I can actually answer that because I don't want to do it during the stream because we're just kind of talking right now and having a good time. But yeah, no. So
everybody gonna have a good time.
Message me on DeviantArt and I'll take a look at it. All right. The stream reminds me of Click with Adam and Sandler, a workaholic architect who has been overlooking his family in favor of his career, has to fight against time to fight the world. What the heck? That got dark. That got to a different place. DC Rebirth. Yes, I've read it. I like DC Rebirth. I think it's a good series.
I was just about to ask, is it any good at fixing what New 52 broke?
Well, okay. Rebirth is not a reboot. Rebirth is a shift in the status quo. So, how they explained it is like, New 52 took 10 years out of everybody's lives, like all the experiences, relationships, friendships, completely removed them. So like that's why Aquaman's not married anymore. That's why Superman's a dick now.
You could say it took 10 years out of fans too.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. But what Rebirth does is it brings Wally West back, the original Wally West, back from the pre-52 universe as Kid Flash, the new Kid Flash, and he starts to bring those memories back. So we're actually getting to shift in the status quo to pre-52, as well as bringing in some Watchmen stuff that I don't really care about yet because it hasn't really developed that much. I do like where they're changing this how the whole system works on this one. So I'm actually very, very happy with DC Rebirth. I think it's a good shit. I think it's a great series so far. Definitely improvement on New 52, and I would definitely recommend picking up Superman Rebirth and Flash Rebirth and Titans Rebirth and all the Rebirths and Nightwing Rebirth.
Definitely recommend. Definitely recommend.
Definitely. Worst comic book ever. I do a terrible comic book guy impression.
You're imitating Lot to be desired.
Yours does too. Yours is also terrible. Teen Titans. That's it. That's it. there's no other option for me. Teen Titans.
There is no saving grace with the Titans.
Well, even if they didn't want to do the original show Teen Titans, the second team, Teen Titans from 2003, around the same time the show was coming out, they rebooted Teen Titans with a whole new team, and I'm going to pull it off my shelf, the first arc of the series called The Kids Game, to make sure I can remember all these correctly. Okay. Raven, Starfire, and Cyborg as kind of and Beast Boy as kind of the adults of the team. Then Tim Drake Robin, Superboy, Bart Allen Kid Flash, and Cassie Kane Wonder Girl. Fantastic series! If you can find this book, pick it up. It is a fantastic read for Titans fans. So, yeah. Read this, and this is... If we can't get the original Titans back, reboot it. Use this team. I like this team. It's a good team.
I am definitely looking forward to The Killing Joke.
Yes. I have a good story about The Killing Joke, actually. I'm not going to see it in theaters, but not because I don't want to. I really want to see it in theaters next weekend. But the only theater showing it, I can't because I am 15. If you guys don't know, I'm 15. I'm not an adult. I've been doing this for 3 years, but I'm not an adult. But their policy is that any R-rated film after 7 p.m., you have to have an ID with you. Doesn't matter if you have an adult with you, you have to have an ID that says you're over 18.
To be fair, for those who have read the original book, it is. Wow.
It's super dark, and I understand why it's R-rated. But the usual process for movies, R-rated movies in theaters, is that you aren't allowed in after 8 p.m. as long as you have an adult, unless you have an adult with you. And after 9 p.m., you can't enter an R-rated movie. That's how usually the process. But the theater now, the theater that they're showing The Killing Joke in, and the only one in my area, and see, even if you have an adult, unless you have an ID. G, PG, and PG-13 films after 7 p.m. you can't see unless you have an adult with you. So, yeah. Not gonna go see Killing Joke in theaters, but once it gets released on digital, I'm going to watch it. I'll post a text review on DeviantArt. I may, if it's so good, I may do a full My Little Robin episode sometime in the future. But I'm not going to go see it in theaters, even though I really want to. I really want to go see Killing Joke. It looks so much fun. Looks like a great movie. I'm really excited about Killing Joke. It might be the best superhero movie of the year, in my opinion.
Read the original book first.
I have read the book. The book is dark, though. The book is just...
Yeah, it is. It is a trip and a half.
Yeah, it's messed up. But it also... The movie... Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, Tara Strong all being back in the parts that they did in the animated series. It's really cool. Like, it's getting it's like getting the boys back to... It's getting the band back together. It's getting Mark Hamill, Kevin Conroy...
Tara Strong.
And the Bruce Timm animation style all back together from the animated series. So I'm really excited about that movie. I think it's going to be a great movie. Would you like to see Battle of the Cowl arc as an animated miniseries? Not in the current DC animated canon. Because how they're doing it, I don't care about Bruce Wayne enough. In all honesty, I don't care about Bruce Wayne. They haven't been keeping up with Dick Grayson or anything. It's just, I don't care enough about the current DC animated universe canon. So I'm not gonna watch it. Joey, your thoughts?
What, are we talking about? At the movies, like, with the whole Son of Batman?
Yeah, that's
saga?
the current canon. Son of Batman, Batman
Yeah,
vs. Robin. bad blood.
Yeah, I really don't care enough.
I don't care about it enough to want a Battle of the Cowl movie to take place in that. I would like something like, what is it called? Killing Joke. We just talked about it. The Killing Joke movie. If they had a Battle for the Cowl film in that style, kind of non-canon to the rest of the animated universe, I'd actually like that more. Just a direct adaptation of Battle for the Cowl. But not one that not in the current DC animated universe. So I'm having to block more people. This stream has sucked because of these guys. Man, that's just the worst.
Why do people have to suck?
Because they know me and they know that they want to mess with me. These people, I know their usernames. I know them in real life, and they just recruited all their friends to help torture me. So yeah, I don't care.
And also to the one guy earlier, yeah, I'm autistic. You got a problem with it?
Bite him. He's funny. He gets to write all the time. Like, as much as I make fun of Watch Mojo, because I don't like Watch Mojo, you've got a fun job. You get to just talk about media and write about it all the time. Like, as stupid as Watch Mojo can get, you get the dream job.
I can definitely agree with the being stupid part.
Like, Watch Mojo has some stupid top 10s. Like, top 10 movie chases and horror movies. There is just stupid things.
But every time I want to suggest some like the top 10 Sam and Max episodes, apparently it's too niche.
Yeah, it is. At least they're better than BuzzFeed. That's the best thing I can say about Watch Mojo. They're better than BuzzFeed. And they also...
I just want to write about Sam and Max once. Is that too much to ask?
By the way, you could... hopefully Watch Mojo doesn't watch my content. Suggest, like, top 10 Lucasfilm games, so you can put Sam and Max in there and talk about Sam and Max. Or top 10 Telltale games. Probably you'll have to put Walking Dead as number 1, but you can put in Sam and Max.
I'm gonna. Yeah. I already suggested it, now I'm just waiting for it to get approved.
You just suggested it?
Actually, I suggested it months ago.
Oh. Okay.
So now I just play the waiting game, doing stuffs, getting paid.
I've always kind of wondered how Watch Mojo even exists, or how their system works. And from what I've just gotten talking to you on the stream, I kind of understand how they can do so much. But man, I would just... There's so much stuff that they put out. It's like, isn't it 5 videos a day? Every day?
For the rest of their lives.
Like...
Till one of them...
I finished the Milo Robin 3rd anniversary early, but the next video might be 2 weeks late. But it's cool because I work on my own schedule. I don't have to be done by any day.
I technically work by my own schedule. I just gotta make sure the script is done in a month.
Yeah, that's not by your own schedule, Joey. That's having a deadline, i.e. not working by your own schedule. You set your own hours, but you have to be done by a certain point.
Dude, the scripts I do are usually done in a week.
Yeah, I know, because you started on the video that you just sent in, or just finished today. You started on it 2 days ago, I think? 3?
Actually, that video was like the very first script I ever done. That was months ago.
No, not the one you just the one that just came out. The one you just sent in that you've been working on this week. You just finished.
Oh yeah.
I can't say the names of things because we're live, and I might be breaking your rules by accident because you've been able to tell us what you've been working on.
Just say nothing.
Lightspeed Reviews asks, so Joey, I must ask, what's your ranger color?
Well, I'd like to be red, but I think I'm...
It's the Pink Ranger.
You, sir, are green! You are green!
Okay, I'll be the Green Ranger then. Cool.
I hate you.
I mean, you really can't mess with me. I'm the Green Ranger now. I actually would love to steal your morpher.
Okay, how about you've been demoted to the Yellow Ranger.
Trini's pretty cool. See, you can't really mess with me. But I'll steal your. Hey, want to trade Morphers? He has a legacy. I love Morphers that open up, like kind of like the Mighty Morphin one, where it just pops open. By the way, I've noticed this. I have the toy of the Gosei Morpher. The tongue thing, the loader for the card is black on the toy, and I thought, oh, that looks right. It's red in the show. Why is it red? It's weird. It's really weird. Why is the Morphers inside red? I mean, I guess it's supposed to call back to the Mighty Morphin days, but it just design-wise, it doesn't look good. It looks better in black. I'm drinking a lot.
I just realized we never properly answered the question.
To
answer the question, I'm either blue, black, or green.
To answer the question on my end, I'm just gonna go with Mighty Morphin because it's the one everybody recognizes. Blue, black, or green.
Also, yes. Yes, Comic Sans Pony. I remember you. We met each other a few times. Hello.
We need to get comic on the stream at one point during a comic book episode, because comic we've done a crossover before. Hi, comic, by the way. But Young Justice is rumored to have a season 3 in Netflix only. What are my thoughts on that? I have a Netflix account. When it comes out, if it does, I will watch it. I won't review it because Young Justice is a personal thing for me. I just kind of enjoy it.
Also, DB Kage, painting is not a contact sport.
But it'd be funny.
You get these paints back when you learn to be not insane.
You're trying to tell us to not be insane, Joey. It's just not gonna work. We have way too much fun. Joey rocks the fez. Fezes are cool. Yeah, I noticed that Joey does have a fez, and fezes are cool.
No, I don't watch Doctor Who.
Yeah, I was about to ask, do you watch Doctor Who, and did you actually recognize that was going to be the rest of your life?
No, I just endorsed the fez because I thought fezes were cool. I like the fez.
You said it! We've already made Joey lose his mind.
I only enjoyed the fezzes because Aladdin wore a fez. Genies wear fezzes, and fezzes look awesome on genies and Aladdins.
My sister just came in and brought Sour Patch Kids. I'm happy right now. She's on the stream right now.
And you didn't bring any for the rest of the class?
God no. She might be on the podcast at one point. Maybe. Probably not. I might bring her on because she has an obsession with Captain Planet. And, no, we are not talking about this on the stream. We're talking Power Rangers tonight and Pokemon Go. And she let in the cat again. I just realized this, but I'm gonna eat some. Oh, I've got a Sour Patch Kids story. That's how well I'm eating these. So I had not Power Rangers. Sour Patch Kids earlier in the week, like Sunday night, and I woke up Monday morning, and my tongue was burning, and I was like, "What's wrong with my tongue?" And I realized I ate enough Sour Patch Kids that my taste buds had fallen off or had worn out.
Why would you do this?
I don't know. It was funny though. Dragon Dagger and Saba. It's a talking sword, man! I love swords! I would love a sword that could talk to me!
You could get a coffee with the sword!
Yeah, I know, you could just get a coffee like, hey Saba, let's just talk about politics, you know? Just imagine. Can that be a season? Can somebody make an animation of...
We can't talk about politics. The city's under attack.
Yeah, somebody make an animation of Saba talking to Tommy about politics? Did I quote Gabriel Iglesias? I know who Gabriel Iglesias is. I didn't know I quoted him just now. I just like Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch Kids. Have you seen the Voltron reboot?
I have not yet.
I was talking to Zach earlier this week, and he said it's really good. So I might give it a chance. I really like Sour Patch Kids.
We can tell.
I'm gonna eat Sour Patch Kids. So
you want to just name the stream Sour Patch Kids stream?
I might. I have until Sunday to rename the stream. We've talked about Pokemon Go, Dominican King. I don't have it. Do you have it, Joey?
I do not. I only have a flip phone.
I'm actually getting a new phone in a couple weeks, maybe. So I will most likely have Pokemon Go by Nightmare Nights, and by then I will be very happy and hopefully trading and.
Just to catch a Heracross.
That is true. Okay, so friggin', we Americans are not smart, right? Is this a commonly known fact?
Ah, yes, I believe it. I believe it. I endorse it. I endorse the fact that Americans are stupid.
It took us 5 hours to have people die because of Pokemon Go. Like, that's a tribute to America right there. It only took us 5 hours. Like, it could have been way quicker. We could have had people die in, like, minutes. But no, it took us 5 hours for people to die directly because of Pokemon Go. So, good job, America.
I believe I've said this before. We need George Carlin back.
Yeah, you said that when we showed you that article we've talked about before.
I'm still gonna say it. I'm gonna say it until we get some kind of voodoo spell that brings him back to life and makes people less stupid.
We just need to cry on him. Isn't that how it works?
No, we have to be from KO35 in order for that to work.
Shit, we need Andros back.
Or Corone.
Set controls to outer space, everybody. That was the dumbest reference.
Also, is cool. Chip is one of my favorite male Yellow Rangers. Also, apparently Kage wants to boop our noses.
Okay.
Fine.
Dominican King, do you have any plans to going to any conventions in the future? Nightmare Nights, late October, I'll be there. Actually, I do have the list of people so far that are going this year. Myself, Toon Critic, Silver Quill, Dr. Wolf, Mrs. Wolf. We're also gonna have Keyframe, ANY, Lightning Bliss, and possibly Ellie. Maybe she might not be able to show up, but we have a bunch of people showing up this year, so if you guys can get down to Dallas, it's gonna be a huge reviewer convention as well. We have probably the biggest, how many did we have last year? We had Blissey, Comic, myself, Dr. Wolf, Silver Quill, Josh Scorcher, Thunderblur. We have more this year than we've ever had before, so this is the biggest one we've ever had for reviewers. So I would definitely recommend coming down and checking it out. It's going to be fun this year. I'm very excited. We have some great panels lined up. Toon panel. I have 2 panels that I've set up. Toon Critics also got the thing that he did this year at BronyCon, which was what was it called? The singing thing? Lip sync is magic?
Epic lip sync battle.
Oh yeah, I might be a part of that one as well. Zach might be a part of MLR Live at the convention. So we're gonna have a really fun time, and you should totally check it out. If you can make it to Nightmare Nights, go. This year is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a lot of people this year. And I'm probably going to lift up Eliora for 15 seconds for $50. I'm proud of that fact.
Me, I just got back from a con, and I can't really afford to go to any other one. But if I did, I want to go to a Power Rangers convention so bad.
Oh man, what's the convention called?
Power Morphicon. It
Power
happens.
Morphicon. I would love
It
to go to Power
happens
Morphicon.
every 2
I
years.
would love to go to Morphicon.
I want to meet a Power Ranger.
I want to be a Power Ranger. See, the thing is, right now, I'm at the appropriate age that they could just snatch me up and take me to New Zealand and let me become a Power Ranger. So,
So why don't you?
Saban, I'm willing to drop a year of my life and become a Power Ranger. That'd be so much fun. That'd be the greatest season of My Little Robin ever. Me being a Power Ranger for a whole season. That'd be awesome. Saban, call me. I'd do it. Let
Then
me be a
go
Zeo
to
Ranger too. Bring back the Zeo powers.
Then go to New Zealand and audition.
I can't afford that.
Well then
Don't they do
you
American
don't
auditions
have
too?
luck.
If they could do auditions in America, I would send in an audition to be a Power Ranger. I mean, basically, My Little Robin is just a sign that I could totally be a Power Ranger. It's been a 3-year auditioning process for Power Rangers, guys. It was all a ruse. By the way, since I just finished the glass, somebody asked if there was something, because I mentioned that there was something in the bottom of my mug. It's a dress. She put a dress in there. It was my ex-girlfriend who put a dress in there. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Now you know.
Also, Lightspeed asks, what are your thoughts on Tommy Oliver and his character arc throughout Power Rangers history?
Badass.
He is awesome.
Badass. Yeah.
He is awesome. He is cool. He is one of the best. Though I kind of like Jason a bit more.
Yeah. Am I going to Pacific PonyCon next year? Not next year, as well as BronyCon is off the table for me next year. People who follow me on Twitter know that I can't make it to BronyCon, unfortunately, because they moved it back to August again. So, if you guys were hoping that I'd be there next year, no. The jar that says BronyCon 2015 gets funnier and funnier every year, because it gets sadder and sadder every time I... Sorry.
I think the jar needs a juice box.
It just... The jar was made after PowerCon, BronyCon 2014. I was like, I'm gonna make it to BronyCon 2015. That's my goal. And I saved up money in that jar, and I actually called the date of August 7th through the 9th, 2015. Before they had announced the date, I called it like right before BronyCon. I was like, it's gonna be the 7th and 8th. It's the second weekend. Like, no, it's gonna be the weekend before. And then I looked at it and I was like, huh, I'm right. So that was kind of a cool little moment. I'm like, I'm still gonna make it. I'm gonna make it to BronyCon. And then I didn't. And then I didn't go this year. And I'm not gonna go next year. So BronyCon 2019 probably will be my... Well, no, wait. 2019 is my... Is 2019 my last year of high school? Might be. No, wait. 2020 is my first year that I'm not in high school. So probably if they move it back to July, it might be 2018, 2019, but if not, it'll be 2020 before I get to go to BronyCon. But I might be able to go to BabsCon or Pacific PonyCon or a West Coast convention because they're later in the year. They're later in the school year for me. Not like how I go to Nightmare Nights every year. So that might be how things change. I don't know. Until then, just Nightmare Nights for the next year. Possibly 2017. If nothing changes, it'll be 2017. I'll be back at Nightmare Nights. So there's my convention schedule.
I just go with the flow. Work on my funds and financing. Wait to see. It's probably gonna be BronyCon again.
Yeah. See, like Joey, I have to plan things because I have to be prepared. Like months in advance for conventions, I have to be like, I know I'm gonna go to this convention, and I know here's what we're gonna do at the convention, and I know here's what the show's gonna be, and what we're all doing. Here's all the people that are gonna be on the panels, and blah 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 blah. So just I have to know things before everybody else does. It sucks.
What? Well, I know that BronyCon's the only con I can go to.
Yeah, So
Because it is the only one I can afford at the moment.
BronyCon's expensive though. It's actually kind of expensive, but you live closer to BronyCon than I do. So
Funny you should mention that. I am broke.
when does your paycheck get in?
After about 4 more scripts.
Jeez,
Probably.
dude. So Joey's broke. Donate to his. People are paying for me to do what I love. This is the best. Like in 2 days, I had like quadrupled my Patreon funds for the month, and I'm so grateful to anybody who donates on Patreon. I credit everybody that I try to. I remember everybody I try to in the credits. I did forget a lot of people in the credits this year, and I kind of regret that because it's already done, and I really can't go back and change that. But everybody who's ever been involved in the show, either through supporting on being a part of the show, being a writer on the show, again, my family, or Anthony for getting me this far, or Digibrony for even helping with the show at some point. People forget that Digibrony actually is one of the reasons that the show is improved a lot in quality. Those guys are. I try to thank everybody I can in the credits of every episode, or the big episodes, the finales and anniversaries. So if your name is not in the finale and you've supported the show on Patreon or been on the show, I'm sorry. I tried. I poured through every little detail to try and remember everybody's name in the credits. Like, Joey, your name's not on there because I tried to put people on the podcast, but I didn't have you scheduled until 5 minutes ago, and it was already done by that point, so you're not in the credits.
I volunteered as tribute.
You did at the last second, so shout out to Joey. Go subscribe to his channel. Check him out on Patreon. Go check out Joey. He's awesome.
Should I post links or just send them to you to post links?
Yeah, you should send me the link and I'll just put it in the description of the video so people can click on it when the video goes up.
Right, I do that. I can do that. I know how.
Because I am Robin. If you look, I've had to actually convince people I use Movie Maker. It's like, because people don't think I use it. Because I put so much... Movie Maker gets a bad rep, but for somebody who knows the way around the tools and can manipulate them to fit his needs, I've actually been able to make the show look really good. Like, Movie Maker gets a bad rep because people with no talent and no skill use it. But somebody who can figure out the tools and put the time and effort, after 3 years, I've really gotten good at using Movie Maker. And I can use it now really well, to where I have to convince people that it actually is Movie Maker and it's not a lie. Somebody actually thought I was lying about it.
That is a lie, and you are a liar for saying so.
I mean, I kind of. I use other programs to create. Basically, I basically create a slideshow almost for the reviews. I go on to PowerPoint actually, and put that into movie making. That's all it is. Is just a lot of focus and a lot of time and energy on it. So I put a lot of effort into making videos, unlike some people. I'm not saying you. Not saying Joey, because Joey's awesome, but I see people a lot that use Movie Maker and they kind of give it a bad rep by just not putting effort into their videos and just using the basic tools like letting every slide be 7 seconds long or using the standard font.
You got to make peace with the movie maker.
Yeah, Movie Maker is not a bad system. It's not as good as everything else. It's not the best tool I can use. But if you have the time and energy to make something good and you have no other option, it's a decent software. You can make something good out of it. I don't know. That's my little spiel. I don't know. That's a random time. But
This is good because afterwards I need to go to my trailer. Trailer.
What are you making? What movie are you doing, Joey? If you're making a trailer.
A movie called None of Your Business.
Ah, that's funny. But so anybody have questions for Joey and I? We can kind of talk about them. Sour Patch Kids as well. My gigantic glass of orange soda.
Who loves orange soda?
Everybody's made that joke recently. And like, I've always loved orange soda. Before I even started YouTube, I was obsessed with orange soda because orange soda was just, I could drink it more often because it didn't have caffeine when I was like 5, and I fell in love with it.
Okay, well, did you understand the joke I was making? Hello.
No. I'm like, oh, I got Sour Patch Kids stuck in my teeth. That's the worst.
That's a super happy fun time.
It is. So, alright. I just realized that the entire time my Twitter thing says hashtag MLP reviewing. That's from the podcast. Not from the podcast. That's from the panel I did for Horses at HomeCon. Whoops! I haven't changed that. That's supposed to be MLR Live is the hashtag for the podcast. Nobody ever uses it though. Why don't more people use it on Twitter? I like Twitter. I actually I specifically pull up Twitter for the podcast because I'm like, yep, people are going to tweet at me this time, but nobody does. Some people have tweeted fan art. I shouldn't lie about that because people have tweeted out fan art during the podcast or some stuff that they're working on. So, to anybody who does use Twitter during the podcast, thanks. You guys are awesome, and you guys are why I have Twitter available for everybody.
You guys make the world go tweet.
You're awesome. Like, I've had this conversation recently, and maybe you can confirm this at BronyCon. Have you ever met any of the comic artists?
Occasionally.
Aren't they like the nicest people ever? Like, at Brony conventions I've noticed this because comic artists are so rarely visited because they're like the least important to people. Like, you go visit the voice actresses and the writers of the show, even the comic writers get more appreciation, but the comic artists are really good at their jobs. Like the reason that I always bring her up and I say I'm a awesome, and the comic artists are awesome, and they don't get enough love at conventions. So if you're at a Brony convention, go say hi to the comic book artists. Tell them, hey, even if you don't read the comics, look at their art. It looks amazing. Buy art from them, because they deserve the money. I have a piece by Jen Blake from, not from one of the comics, but one of her parody pieces, is on my wall because it's awesome. Like, go support your comic book artists. They're cool. And those guys need more love. Be uploaded Sundays. I'm doing a new system with the show. Fridays. So I'm actually switching the days. My Little Robin Lives will be streamed on Friday and then uploaded in its entirety. Basically, I'm just saving the upload for Saturday just in case if a My Little Robin episode does get uploaded on. I mean, I like Gilda a lot more after her second outing, but her first video.
Oh, wait. I messed up. It was actually the Swarm of the Century.
Oh, okay. Swarm of the Century. I was about to say Griffin the Brush Off's a weird choice anyway. But,
I liked the episode in pieces. You got a problem with that?
a little bit. But, I don't like Gilda, and that's a funny story about Marika Hendricks. The voice of Gilda, who I've met, and who is super cool. And we joked about it, because it's kind of funny. Because people thought I dedicated a whole year of my life to hating Gilda the Griffin. I didn't. I dedicated a whole life to making... I've dedicated a lot of 3 years to making jokes about a show of candy-colored horses. I didn't dedicate my life to hating Gilda. It's not what I did. But, she's super cool. Also, voice actress is really cool.
Yeah. Voices are...
Met.
Kazumi Evans?
Yes, I accidentally met.
Ooh, I've met her too. She is nice.
I accidentally met Kazumi Evans trying to meet Marika Hendricks. I've told the story before, but it's kind of funny. Nightmare Nights last year, I was getting my autograph, and I wasn't really thinking straight because I was thinking about MLP reviewing 2, which was in 30 minutes. Line must be Marika Hendricks, because I'm stupid. And I got in the line, and I was in there for a while. I'm like, man, I'm running out of time. I'm like looking at my watch, and they're like, "What's wrong, dude?" I'm like, I have to get to my panel. Like, there's so many people here to see Gilda, and they're like, "You're here to see Gilda? This is Kazumi Evans." I'm like, oh. And when I went into the room, and I actually do remember this, the line that is Marika Hendricks had nobody in it. I could have just gone, had a really nice conversation with her, and then left really quickly. But no. I had to wait in another line because I'm an idiot. It was so dumb. I was... again this year, and I'm hopefully gonna have a better conversation because I kind of just ran into him and we just had this really quick conversation 2 years ago.
I bought his book.
I know I'm gonna buy his book again. I'm gonna buy his book for the first time. Was shipped with rarity, and then M.A. Larson walks in the door, so that was really weird. Cool guy, cool guy. I would love to meet
Really
him.
cool.
We love M.A. Larson. Like, we joke about it, and if you ask him for wings, this was my experience. He gave us like little rings, and then it had rings on them. I'm like, oh my god, I have gotten a cupcake ring from M.A. Larson. This is the best day of the convention. Just
I got
cool guy.
I got a picture with him.
He's so cool. Like,
He really is.
I'd like to get another picture with him just to kind of compare 2014 to 2016, because I'm probably taller now than I was then. Because M.A. Larson is a tall guy.
He really is.
If you look at the picture of him, I've grown a little bit since 2014, but I'm still kind of in the same height range. He towers over me. Like, the picture's hilarious. I'm like, oh god. I'm a lot taller now than I was then, but I'm still shorter than M.A. Larson. M.A. Larson's about the same height as Dr. Wolf, and I have never been able to look Dr. Wolf in the eye, because Dr. Wolf is just taller than me. Who else have I met? Oh, I almost met Josh Haber. And I had a peace treaty written out for Josh Haber. This was back in Season 5, when I didn't like Josh Haber. And Josh Haber was just starting to make really good episodes. And I came up with this idea that I would make a peace treaty with Josh Haber that said, as long as you don't make bad episodes, I won't make fun of you anymore. Because I really stopped making fun of Josh Haber. Like, I realized people were like, why don't you make fun of Josh Haber anymore? I'm like, because he makes good episodes. Like, and even when he made a really good episode the first time, I kind of treated it like, good for you! Yeah, that's a bad episode, but I never reviewed it, so I never did.
Oh wait, the Friendship Games is the movie.
Oh, not the whatever. But yeah, I might actually talk to Josh Haber this year and get that peace treaty signed. That'd be funny. I don't know if anybody would like that. I should get the peace treaty signed because people might want me to do that now. Because now that I've said it in public, that I had this idea for a peace treaty, I would love to do it. I did try to get but I didn't. But I had to do it because they could take away my badge. That'd be really awkward. They kick you out of the convention and you still have a panel to do. What do you do at that point?
You go eat a taco.
There's a good taco place near the convention. I'm going to, because we're actually this year having an actual MLP reviewers dinner, I believe, because there's more of us than there have been before, and we have Zach there, so he'd like to do that like how they do BronyCon, I believe, is the plan. I'm going to put in my bid for tacos. So the really nice taco place next to the convention. There is a good pizza place, though they might be going there for lunch. Or In-N-Out Burger as well. Those are my three options to go to because I was late to the convention. The taco place that I've been to before, or In-N-Out Burger, which I always go to, because In-N-Out is amazing.
Oh, now I want pizza.
end up having really funny people on this show. So, thank you to Joe. We were literally chosen at the last second, but you are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the audience.
Yay, I'm an awesome last resort!
You are my awesome last resort. Thank you to the audience for putting up with Power Rangers and conversations about conventions that you guys weren't at. Podcast.